Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to 2022. I'm one of those people who love New Year's resolutions, and I make them every year. And so I was looking back at my list from last year, my New Year's resolutions, what I was going to do in 2021. And when I look back at those that I did not fulfill or did not complete, sadly, there was one theme that was running through, and that was fear. I allow fear to keep me from doing so many things that I know God has called me to do. So many things that He has put in my heart, and so many things that I was excited about. But fear kept me in bondage, and fear kept me from moving forward. Is there fear in your life that is keeping you from doing what God has called you to do? Let me read Psalm 27. I'm going to start with verses 1 and 2, I believe. I'm going to reference several verses in Psalm 27 this morning. It says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? The Lord is the light, is my light and my salvation. Of whom shall I fear?" Who am I fearing? What am I afraid of? Why can I not push forward? It is because I am allowing my circumstances to be bigger than my God. I am allowing my circumstances to put fear into my heart. My age, that's a big fear of mine, that I'm too old to do those things that God has called me to. My finances, that I don't have enough to start out maybe in that business that He's calling me to. What is it? What is your fear? What is it that is keeping us from doing what God has called us to? For some of us, it's people that are whispering in our ears, telling us we can't do it. For some of us, it's the enemy who is fighting against us. The enemy does not want to see you do what God has called you to do. Moving on in Psalm 27, listen to this. It says, "For in the time of trouble, He shall hide me in His pavilion." It's talking about God. "In the secret place of His tabernacle, He shall hide me. He shall set me high upon a rock." Why am I bringing up that verse? Because Satan attacks us. And in the time of trouble, oftentimes we retreat instead of pushing forward, instead of trusting God, instead of having faith in Him. We allow the fear to overcome us. You know, they have this shirt that you see a lot now, or it's even on mugs, "Faith over fear." We must conquer this fear that we have. We must trust that God is always with us. We must trust He's never going to leave us. He's never going to forsake us. This year, I want us to move forward, trusting God. And we're going to push through this fear that we have. Why? Because the Lord is our light and our salvation. Whom shall we fear? No one. What is it that you desire for 2022? I want you to push forward in it, because God has something awesome for you, because God has a great plan for you. But we must push through the fear. We have to trust God. We have to trust His word. The Lord is our light. The Lord is our salvation. Whom shall we fear? And I want to give you one more thing to think about. A lot of times we start out excited with what God has called us to. We are so gung-ho. But then we don't see things happen quickly enough. We don't see things moving as quick as we want. And so then once again, that little fear creeps up. But no, all things must be done in God's time. All things. So I want to end in Psalm 27 with verse 14. It says, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and He shall strengthen your heart." Wait, I say, on the Lord. Listen, saints, God has a plan for you. God has a purpose for you. We must make sure that we are not allowing fear to get in the way of us fulfilling what God has called us to do. So I'm encouraging you this morning to wait on the Lord, to be of good courage, and to remember He is our light and our salvation. We shall fear no one, no thing. Be blessed.